Hello everyone, my name is Basima Vukovic. I am a student from GCU and currently placed in Utica School District, State of New York, where I do my student teaching clinical practice, and I will be facilitator of the individual educational program meeting for Eli Smith. I am currently working on my Master of Education in Special Education, and I would like to thank everyone for giving me this opportunity and attending this an IEP meeting through Zoom and contributing to Eli's individual educational program that support his unique learning abilities and help him achieve his annual learning goals. I would like to start with introduction of the rest of the IEP members. Here's Eli's mother and Sarah Smith, his father Bob Smith. Can I ask you something before we start introducing rest of the team members that are present today? Did you receive procedural safeguards and prior written notice that school sent in the mail to you guys? Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate. Can I clarify one more thing with you about your home address and a phone number? If you can provide it to me right now so I can check if we have the same address and a telephone number in the system. Thank you. It is matching. I appreciate. The next person is Tanya Martinez, Administrator, Ella Jones, Chairperson, Laura Green, General Education Teacher from Albany Elementary, Teresa Stone, Special Education Teacher from Martin Luther King Elementary School, Susan Robbins, School Psychologist in the district, Don McGee, LEA Representative, Susan Keeney, County Representative, Sarah Gay, Speech Language Therapist representing District, Alice Burns, Occupational Therapist representing District, Sienna Armstrong, Eli's Occupational Therapy, Leslie Sebastian, Eli's Speech Language Therapist. And today we are meeting to ensure and review, revise, update, and evaluate individual educational program goals from every aspect and ensure that Eli is receiving the most appropriate special education and related services to support his learning for the remainder of the school year and for the next school year. The Committee of Special Education is here to review and hear annual review or evaluate for Eli Smith. Eli is an incoming first grade student classified as a speech and language impaired. This meeting has purpose of reviewing and updating, evaluation and developing an IEP for the upcoming school years and special education services and related services of special education that he currently receives and that he will receive in the future. In this meeting, community will review information based upon students' progress, classroom performance, teacher observational notes, recent psychoeducational evaluation, report card, attendance, speech and occupational therapy report, and social worker report to determine the placement and develop the IEP that are most adequate and appropriate for his needs. I will start with the present level of academic and functional performance for Eli Smith. And first, I have to say that state and district assessment scores are not updated due to remote learning during the pandemic time. Eli is a very sweet boy and very happy nature and enjoys school so much. He's having big smile and possess very nice manners. He's very polite to adults and peers alike. He's working hard in school but often needs prompting and reminders to complete and stay on his tasks. Also, Eli shows that he has very difficult times in reading, decoding, including application letter sounds in relationship, including knowledge of letter patterns, and has difficulty to correctly pronounce written words and identify words quickly in a reading while he's working on a text or task. With regards mathematics, Eli has difficulties in calculation, including his knowledge and retrieval of facts and application of procedural knowledge in calculation to be able to complete different math operations. He also has difficulty with spelling, including the ability to accurately write words to be effectively in written discourse. He needs to work on problem-solving skills, especially in math, while applying math knowledge at a conceptual level. Based on the assessment that the teacher performed at the beginning of the school year 2020-2021 in area of English language art, he shows academics deficit, that he has difficulties in reading, as I already mentioned, including application of the letter sounds relationship and including knowledge of letters patterns to correctly pronounce written words and recognize the word promptly, which affects his reading skills as well speaking. Eli also has difficulty with receptive language, which results in difficulty of following verbal direction, understanding learning content, and to communicate his wants and needs to adults or peers. His articulation skills fell below average range and were considered as ineffective for communicating his wants and needs in the school environment. Also, Eli assessment showed that he demonstrates inconsistently with his letter and sound identification. Eli answer basic WH questions, who, what, when, where, why, with an accuracy of 80% when presented in a picture image. In math subject, Eli also has demonstrated inconsistency with math skills such as identification of numbers, counting objects, labeling numbers, and counting by ones, fives, and tens. Eli is able to identify basic colors, 2D shapes, and currently working on identifying 3D shapes with visual and verbal prompts with an accuracy of 78%. Eli's writing skills are not assessed due to online instruction, but it is evident that Eli did not write anything independently during the online instructions. He needs full assistance to write and full assistance to read. From his previous IEP, it was noted that Eli was working on hand-over-hand handwriting skills and practicing with precursor skills which are not available at this time due to online learning. He is not currently able to create novel sentences verbally without teacher support. Eli needs to improve his letter identification and sound correspondence and to increase his basic number sense that he can be able to add and subtract independently. Also, Eli needs small classroom size that is very structured, that includes multi-sensory activities, reteaching of all academic skills, and repetition. Also, when possible, to alternate setting in a small group without fewer distractions. In his speech area, due to COVID and learning through the Google Classroom, standardized testing could not be performed during the school year of 2020-2021. Eli has participated consistently in a video teletherapy using Google Meet. He's currently seen 2 times per week individually and 1 time per week in a small group. In this area, he demonstrates several age-appropriate phonological processes, including stopping, gliding, cluster, and reductions. Also, receptively, he's able to follow one-step direction with basic concepts. He demonstrates comprehension of basic preposition in, out, of, under, and behind, and basic attributes such as colors and sizes. Expressively, Eli can use 3 to 5 word utterance to request, ask and answer question, protest, negate, and comment. He frequently omits morphemes such as plural, articles, and verbs, tense marks. In occupational area, he receives 2 times occupational services 2 times per week, 30 minutes in a small group. Also, due to remote learning during the school year, PLOPs and standardized testing cannot be updated at this time. So from his IEP from last year, it's taken that Eli has medical diagnosis of speech delay and atopic dermatitis. He prefers to participate in a familiar and less challenging task as he feels more comfortable and understands the demands that are really expected at that time. Due to motor planning deficit, he requires visual demonstration and physical assistance at the times to guide him through the sequential steps of a new activity due to motor planning. Eli learns the best through hand and overhand assistance, visual cues, and therapist demonstrations. About least restrictive environment, the committees of special education recommended continuation of current program that he's placed in, which continues to be the least restrictive option for Eli based on all of the reports and information received from the parents and the people who are directly providing services to Eli. He will receive services. He will continue to receive services in 15-1 special education class, 1 time daily for 330 minutes to address his academic needs and concerns, as well as socio-emotional needs. Also, the related special education services will be provided: speech language therapy, 2 times weekly in a group setting for 30 minutes outside of the classroom in a therapy room, and occupational therapy will be provided 2 times per week, 30 minutes group to address visual, motor, and visual perceptual bilateral coordination and fine motor skills. Accommodation, Eli needs to increase his communication skills to show improvement in his math conceptual skills, writing and reading skills, as well as in functional skills to meet grade level expectation. Eli is a student in special education classroom 15-1, and he requires following accommodations: provide visual and verbal cues to assist in applying math and ELA skills, visual demonstration, visual and verbal cues, reteaching, extended time to process the information when asked questions during the large or small group instruction due to his speech and language impairment. Extended school year services based on teacher and therapist observation, document the substantial regression after the school breaks of academic and functional skills. Eli is eligible for extended school year program provided in a structured learning environment. He is approved for half day, 4 weeks of summer school, where he's going to receive special education services in a special education class, and also he will receive special education related services provided in a small group time per week, 1 time per week for 30 minutes in duration of 4 weeks. Since he's just beginning to make progress in a critical skills such as learning to read, and he will receive continued support over the summer. Parents will receive the letter in mail that will provide detailed information about summer school services and location of the school. At this time, Eli does not need transportation, so the county representative is here. He's approved for extended school year services and for special education services and related services, I would like to thank everyone for coming and contributing to this individual educational program for Eli to support his learning and his strengths and needs in special education. Thank you.